This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister to Imperium Chambers. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel. There's some good news to report, which is that the Parliament or a parliamentary committee is to conduct an inquiry into the COVID concentration camp at Napier Barracks. It's good news, as finally there will be a proper evaluation of the Home Office's use of sites such as military barracks to accommodate asylum seekers. MPs and peers from the all-party parliamentary group, APPG, on immigration detention have agreed to proceed with an inquiry when they held a private meeting. And they hope to produce the report on the camp before the summer. The reason for this is perhaps because some of the members of the group have described the Home Office's use of large-scale institutional sites as quasi-detention, saying that although the likes of Napier Barracks and Folkestone are not technically immigration detention, they are all but immigration detention in name only. Members of the group in particular are concerned about isolation from the wider community, i.e. they're fenced in, difficulty in accessing medical and legal support, something which I can confirm from my own experience, having represented a number of people that were kept there until I threatened the Home Office with legal action and then they were moved back into more appropriate accommodation. What makes these camps more reminiscent of concentration camps is that unlike hotels or flats, there are security patrols and barbed wire, reduced levels of privacy, curfews, and individuals that want to leave are made to sign in and out. And that individuals who are often victims of torture, trafficking, and some of them who might be found to be children, have been chosen on the basis of their sex, ethnicity and country of origin and method of entry into the United Kingdom. This is plainly discriminatory and plainly to make a political point. Alison Thrillis, the chair of the APPG, said, "The recent report by the Independent Chief Inspector of Borders and Immigration on this type of contingency accommodation underlines the serious difficulties in provision." This is not the first time that this group of MPs has written to the Home Office. Indeed, they have previously raised ineffective safeguarding, unsanitary conditions, inadequate social distancing, and many other issues besides. Indeed, at one point, over half the people in Napier Barracks had COVID, obviously due to probably to the fact that 28 people are sharing a barracks and the toilet facilities didn't work properly. Medics have seen apparently signs of mental deterioration among many of the people held in these camps. As would be expected, the Home Office responses have apparently been inadequate. No surprise there. They probably think it's all fine and dandy, but wouldn't probably choose to go there on holiday. At last, the government will hopefully be held to account, not only by the court, which is hearing a case on the legality of this detention, but also by the APPG on this particular issue. It would not surprise me if the report further damns Priti Patel's attempts to pander to the far right by treating asylum seekers in the same way that Germany did to undesirables, if you use that term, in the 1930s. Medical Justice, a respected charity which is assisting the APPG, has said, given the physical and psychological harm so many asylum seekers suffered by being placed at Napier Barracks, it is unconscionable and frankly frightening that the Home Office is doing it all over again. Our independent clinicians have assessed asylum seekers who were at Napier Barracks and found that the deterioration they experienced there was disturbingly similar to deterioration usually associated with immigration detention. Asylum seekers who suffered torture, trafficking and other serious trauma before reaching the UK, reported experiencing suicidal thoughts for the first time at Napier Barracks, and it's to be remembered that some 7 people have already attempted suicide whilst being held there. These camps have more in tune with Dachau when it was set up and the like, rather than a humane Home Office that Priti Patel promised after the humiliating report on the Windrush scandal. It seems to me that the sooner that Boris Johnson gets rid of the current Secretary of State and replaces them with someone with some humanity, the better. It would also be a welcome decision by the Home Office if they were to abandon the idea of keeping people in camps as a suitable form of accommodation. It's not going to deter people from coming from the United Kingdom, and all it does is create misery to a select number of people. I commend the APPG for commissioning this report, and I look forward to reading it when it comes out, as I'm sure it will not make very good reading for the Home Office. This is good news on a disturbing subject. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister to Imperium Chambers.